got a comment from one the Birdman the other day about Kel-Tec gun, and it kind of sparked my thoughts on a comment that I got on one of my videos about Kel-Tecs. And I've heard it before. It's not just the one comment or here and there, but it's been kind of going on, I guess, since I started watching YouTube videos, gun videos anyway. And it's the phrase, do you want to trust your life to this gun or that gun, or this tool or that tool? You know, if you want a gun you can really rely on to save your life. And that's well and good. I mean, that's their opinion. That's fine. What kind of gets me, or irritates, lack of a better word, is that they think their opinion, that you should have the same opinion, you know, or that you're lesser, or you're not as smart if you don't think the way they do it. If you think about it, most confrontations with bad guys, either A, the bad guy doesn't have a gun, or if the bad guy does have a gun, it's probably a piece of crap gun anyway. So, you know, and you're not going to look at him and say, oh man, are you kidding me? You got a piece of junk gun, you're trying to hold me up with that piece of junk gun? They don't give a... You're going to say, oh my gosh, he's got a gun. You know, you're automatically in defense mode. So flip that around. Bad guy comes to you. A, he either doesn't have a gun, or doesn't have a good gun. Well, you pull out your gun, he's not going to say, oh man, that guy's gun is better than mine, I better take off. All he's going to see is gun, and if he hears it going off, he's turning tail 99.99% of the time. So the quality of the gun argument, to me, kind of dies there. What about those times when you can't carry, or it's illegal to carry, like going to sporting events, or you just don't feel like carrying? I know, well, if you have the right to carry, it's your duty to carry. Sometimes I just don't feel like carrying. It's heavy. In some states, you're not allowed to carry into some bars and stuff. So what do you got to do? Well, you either leave your gun at home or you leave your gun in the car. So if you're all about preparing for, when I need that gun, it's got to work all the time, every time. Well, what about preparing for when you have to leave your gun in the car? You might get broken into. So, you know, you've got your $400 or $500 high-end pocket gun. Somebody breaks in your car, especially if you got stickers on your car that might suggest that you carry a gun, but no, that's not you. And somebody either steals your car or breaks in and finds your gun and steals your gun. So now you're, regardless, you're either out a car and a gun, or you're out a $400 gun. So my Kel-Tec, I'm out a $250 gun. When you start out with a premise that, well, I want to be prepared and I want to have a gun to be prepared for those types of situations, you kind of rely on that scenario to play out as your gun is your first line of defense. Well, then you kind of lose your ability to deal with situations when you don't have your gun. Whereas me, my personal opinion, doesn't have to be yours, is I train myself to not need a gun. Yes, it would be nice to have a gun when the occurrence arises, but it's kind of like in the world of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Even a cheap gun is better than no gun at all. Well, after making that video, I had a change of heart, and you know, I think about things a lot, and I'm even though I am a YouTube gun expert, I could take input. There are people out there that may know a little bit more than I do, so With that, I've decided that I'm going to get on the Kel-Tecs SUCK bandwagon, and I will no longer be carrying my Kel-Tec. And you know, because the people are right. You really want to be able to go home at night and trust your firearms with your life. So since I'm no longer carrying Kel-Tecs, I'm going to carry brands other than Kel-Tec. And so for starters, I'm going to carry my Metro Arms 45. Of course, Smith & Wesson is also always a good name, so I'm going to carry my Smith & Wesson SW40. Ruger. Hey, Ruger's a good name. So, I'm going to carry my Ruger P95. And, not to be left out, Taurus. My Taurus has been very, very reliable. So, so it's going to go right there. So, of course, gotta have two Smith & Wessons, right? One is none, two is one, three is better, one, two, three, four, five is awesome, right? So gotta have my another Smith & Wesson. And sometimes you just got some light work. You don't need all that firepower. You know, maybe a minor bank robbery or a convenience store robbery. You know, so I got the Heritage Rough Rider. There, it's that's for my light work there. So that's for kind of like the everyday stuff. So if I'm going to the grocery store or somewhere really dangerous like that, I kind of took the advice of Schmoo, and I'm going to carry my Mosin, because Schmoo says you're a if you don't carry a Mosin around with you to the grocery store, right? So that's going to go right here. And let's see. Oh, Remington. Can't go wrong with Remington, right? So I'm going to carry my Remington 870 right over here. And then, of course, you got to have ammo for a shotgun. So I got two of these. There. There we go. And, of course, that's for like close-in stuff. Well, the Mosin, but it's got open sights. So my eyesight's not so good. So for long-distance stuff, I got my Mossberg ATR 30-06 with scope. I think I got this dialed in at 200 yards, something like that. So that's going to go on the back there. Something like, I don't know, something like this. There we go. Nice and convenient there, right? Alright. And last but not least, just for convenience, because it's kind of an all-around weapon, you know, close in, because, you know, I can collapse the stock, take care of close-in targets, and then if I need to make a moderately long-distance shot, I can shoulder it. And I'm good to about 100 yards with this. So, but I'm not going to sling this, so I just kind of carry it, walk around like this, see? So it's convenient. So there you have it. If you value your life and you want to protect your family from any possible danger, you need to walk around like this, like me. This is my new EDC. This is the light version. The heavy version is going to include this. So, you know, I didn't want to show off or anything, but so yeah, don't trust your life to this. No. You're just asking for trouble. So you got to walk around like this, because if you're not walking around like this, you're going to die. Got it? Good.